Good morning people, hello and welcome to another vlog episode of the India Darshan travel series. So I just checked out of my hotel out here in Lucknow. There you see Fortuner is all packed, loaded and ready to go. So today's plan is to head out to the birthplace of Lord Ram, which is Ayodhya. And typically this place you have to play a lot of Tetris, so I came down early, but today is quite free. So let's put on the gloves and let's hit the road. Let's go. So we've done 890 kilometers on this road trip so far, and the symbol for servicing is back on, so probably I'll defer the service for a little bit. And I was basically staying in this book market area, so aside from books they were also making these wedding cards, greeting cards and stuff. This used to be relatively less populated compared to the rest of the market, and there aren't very many eateries on this side of the market, but they do have some dates and dry fruits and ethers, which is special perfumes that you get, like you use them in very small dosages, but I don't know how to tell them apart, so not buying one. That's typically a souvenir. So for girls there's also this special fabric that they buy, chicken curry. So there's that, and then there's this perfume which is typical of this area. So yeah, so I've done this shortcut yesterday as well. There's a temple nearby somewhere, a corner one, probably this one. I heard bhajans while coming back. But yeah, time to say goodbye to the chaos and traffic of Lucknow. I don't know how congested would be Ayodhya ever since they built the new Ram temple. Let's see, time to check out. In the morning around 10 to 11 or so, it's relatively less crowded everywhere in the market, so it's the perfect time to get to wherever you're going. Because later during the day, no matter what you try, you're gonna end up in traffic anyway. And I don't know what happened to my mic yesterday. So in the previous vlog, all the initial clips where I was motor vlogging, it picked up a ton of noise. I don't know if my helmet's visor was open or some loose connection or something. So in a few clips I had to put subtitles and had to drop the rest. Editing took quite some time. I'm hoping today that's not the case. Usually it works pretty nicely, but it's all electronic. Sometimes things happen. There's this market up ahead, this one. Looks pretty interesting. Kesar Bagh Circle has like traditional Ayodhya design, and then the shops are all inside. And they've tried to keep it symmetric all around the circle. Kinda like how they did with the markets in Jaipur. Symmetry looks really nice on a traditional design like this. We are back in the VIP area. This is perhaps the only congestion-free patch of road out here where you can drive peacefully. And at night they have very beautiful lights that turn on and reflect on these buildings, especially the main secretariat, like the main building where the chief minister and all the ministers work out of. That looks really nice. Saw that yesterday, but there was like plenty of cop presence, so didn't stop by, just kept going. They're doing some sort of renovation of the entire building. We're following the same route we took for going to Gomti Nagar. That's nice. Saw this Lohia gate. This is the Lohia path, and up ahead at the big gate for the Ambedkar Park, there is also the BrahMos missile that has been kept, like a model version of it. Now it says Ayodhya 126. So that side was the riverfront park where I went yesterday. Today we keep going straight. There's also this big park, the B.R. Ambedkar Park. That's the Gomti River. Some people are just hanging out here as well. And somehow it's Stinks quite a lot on this side. Anyways, let them enjoy. Bye bye Gomti River. See you next time. There's also the dam front over there. They have blocked off water. Looks like a small manual kind of dam. So yeah, now we're on the way. 126 kilometers to. Alright, taking a brief brunch break. It's 11:30 a.m. I have roughly about 70 odd kilometers to go, so covered small amount of distance for now, 30 something kilometers, no, a little bit more, 50 kilometers or so, because it was 120 something kilometers. But last night I went to Hazratganj market and only had the basket chaat for dinner, so it was very light, and now I'm starting to be a little bit hungry. So saw this decent restaurant. It's pretty big campus, and I see some people trying the cooler chai, so gonna grab some chai and some breakfast, and then I'll be on the way. Finally made it to Ayodhya. Now time to find a decent accommodation around here. Not sure if they have a whole lot of choices, but let's look up. Homestays are a little bit questionable. They have random reviews, so I'm going to look for hotels. So let's go into town.
ये कैमरा कितने का आगे?
ये आएगा 40,000 का.
40,000?
हाँ.
Oh my God.
महंगा पड़ता है.
मतलब इसे कहा था
वीडियो बन जाए, फोटो निकल जाएगी, रील बना लो.
रील?
हाँ.
वो जहाँ से फिर मोबाइल में आ जाए.
मोबाइल में ले लो, जिसमें ले लो. मेमोरी कार्ड पड़ा होता है इसमें.
अच्छा.
किसी में डाल लो. उसके बाद
40,000 से नीचे ना आए, कोई कम ना आए.
कम वाले भी हैं, दूसरी कंपनी के हैं.
हाँ.
ये वाली कंपनी का महंगा आता है.
10-15 में आए कि ना आए?
आते हैं. हाँ. Alright, finally after running around town for nearly 2 hours or so, my hair looks weird, helmet hairstyle. 2.5 hours, I guess. Finally found a nice place for myself to stay. The problem in Ayodhya is ever since they built the new Ram temple, tourism has spiked up a lot, but infrastructure hasn't caught up yet. So there are a lot of these questionable accommodations all around, but I finally found a really nice one. So this is called the Mehrotra Resort. It's actually a homestay. I guess that's the private residence side, and this is the accommodation side for the guest. So got myself a really nice big spacious room with a double bed, and there's also a nice bathroom that has warm water. So really happy with the pricing. Yeah, this one nice and spacious, and it's also budget friendly, and the owner is very nice. So the place's name is called the Mehrotra Resort. I'll put the description of the place, including the link to the location, plus the owner's contact information in the pinned comment below. The owner is very friendly. I spoke to them, and there's also a helper bhaiya here who's very nice, so you can talk to them. And there's a monkey over there, and there's a Labrador tied to the hand pump who's happily sleeping. There's no idea there are monkeys around. So yeah, it's a pretty big premises, and it's a very nice and beautiful evening. So now we are gonna head to the Saryu Ghat by the banks of river Saryu and try to catch the evening Arti out there. But just before we leave, let's say hello to our furry friend. Hello. I think it's a friendly Labrador. Still haven't made friends with him yet, but one day, I think before I leave, I'll make friends with him as well. Anyways, let's not waste more time. Let's start heading towards the riverbanks. So this is the neighborhood, and they have ample parking even for the cars. I think four-wheelers can also be parked in here, and it's very close to the railway tracks. So let's pick up a Fortuner, start heading out. Alright, made it to the river banks. Apparently there's no parking, so I parked out in the open in the park. Now to secure ourselves a good spot, I'm hoping I'm on the right side to check out the Arti. So just spoke to a local chai vendor while I was kind of chilling in the water. Water is nicely warm and cold mixed. It's like cool, and it's shallow and flowing, so it's really nice to just dip your legs in it. He was mentioning that all of these buildings from start to the end, they'll be showing a light show at the same time where there would be Arti, and Arti is somewhere over there. So he says, unfortunately, is at the same time when they start the main Arti there, they start the light show here. So you'd have to pick one. You can't be in both places at the same time. And I don't really have a friend along, so we could, have half vlogging here, half vlogging there. So I'll go to the Saryu River Arti today, and tomorrow I'll try to catch the light show if I'm around on time. So anyways, let's switch places and let's head towards the Arti.